welcome to a solo edition of NBA Time this week, coming at you in podcast form.
My name is Matt Kellan, you can call me MK, let's get going.
Coming up on 3 weeks in this NBA season. A lot has happened already. We've already seen a major trade. Eric Bledsoe going to Milwaukee. Of course, he's only played the 3 games this year. He's been away from the team, but he's on to Milwaukee now, where he's got a chance to be a part of a team that could make some noise. Bledsoe's been a 20-point scorer the last 2 years, and they don't call him the mini LeBron for nothing. Versatility, he's been a very good point guard in the league the last few years. Of course, the best team he's been on as a major piece was a few years ago, which I don't think is his fault. The 2013-2014 Suns, that 48-win team, got us talking about playoff realignment after they missed the playoffs. He's making his debut on Friday. Something to watch, and where does this leave the Bucks? Right now, 4-6 in the Eastern Conference. That's 12th in the league, and not a great record for a team that's looking like the MVP, and of course signed Antetokounmpo. But he's got some help. The point guard position Brogdon's been filling in admirably, but still a kind of position of need. Definitely needed help for him out there in Milwaukee. You got Giannis, of course, in Middleton, with the other major piece there. We've seen Thon Maker starting to show he was so highly touted out of high school. But some added scoring for them. Bledsoe's versatility will help. But the East has looked better than I think we thought coming into the season. Of course, Boston's won 10 in a row. Detroit's been a surprise that might be able to last. The Drummond reinvented free throw. He's shooting 75 at the line this year. He's had a good year. So we'll see if they stick. The Magic have seemed to find something there. And then of course you got the teams that we thought. We got of course Toronto, Washington, and then you assume eventually Cleveland will find it. These could be a little more interesting than we thought. And the Bledsoe trade only helps for that. We said Milwaukee just 12th right now, but these still very wide open, and we'll see how it takes shape as we go on. Staying in the Eastern Conference, it's going to be an all-East show this week. Got to mention Kristaps Porzingis and what he's done. Recently released, he's got an elbow injury that could require surgery in the offseason, but it's clearly not holding him back now. He's still, as we mentioned last week, leading the league in usage. He's averaging a clean 30 points a game on over 50% from the field. And not only that, the Knicks are winning. They're 6-5. Team that you expected to be in the bottom, as they've been the last few years. But the season would end today, which it doesn't. They would be in the playoffs or 500. They're playing well. And Porzingis, it's his team. He's been a huge part of it. Of course, I think he has career high 40 the other day. He's been great. Has been good as advertised. The Phil Jackson's pick. But of course, a lot of doubters coming in, but gotta be happy with the way he's performed. Staying in the East, another surprise this year. A guy that had some doubters in the early stages of his career is Aaron Gordon, and the Magic cleaned up their front court a bit with Ibaka. Very cluttered, of course, coming in last year, and Gordon playing 3 wasn't a great fit, but he's coming into his own. You've been started to see the Blake Griffin comparison with him. He's very fluid, big guy, athletic. He's not creating his own shots, but he's done it all for the Magic offensively. Of course, with the athleticism and defensive potential is there, but we've seen a lot from him this year, and he's a big reason to think highly of the Magic this year. Moving into games to watch segment. Got 3 games for you. Friday, 9 o'clock, Milwaukee at San Antonio. This would be a great game to watch without Bledsoe, but this will be Bledsoe's debut. You assume coming off the bench in San Antonio. Still waiting on Kawhi, and hearing it could be later rather than sooner. Hopefully within at least a few weeks, we would hope. That should be a good game in San Antonio. Also, same time, Friday at 9, Miami at Utah. 2 teams, and with the way Miami ended the season last year, we thought could make some noise this year. They're sitting at 5-6. Utah lost Hayward, but team ball that they play, still a great team. Obviously, great defensively. Should be a good one. And then finally Orlando and Denver. Was one of our featured players, Aaron Gordon. In this one, Magic have been good. Nuggets won a few recently. Jokic had his career high 41. Outscored the entire Nets starters in that one. And Jokic's passing is always a must watch. We got our game picks listed at the bottom. Got 2 Spurs, 2 Jazz, 2 Magic. See how it plays out. So, for NBA time, first podcast episode. I'm signing off.